My name is Bridget, and at 34 years old, I never expected to be a widow. 3 months ago, I lost Adam, my husband of 11 years, to a sudden aneurysm. Just days after his funeral, I dragged myself to my nephew Lucas's first birthday party, where my sister Cassandra dropped a bomb. She announced that Lucas was actually Adam's son, showing everyone a will, claiming half of my $800,000 house. What she did not know was why I could barely hold back my laughter. If you are watching this from somewhere where family drama hits close to home, take a moment to like and subscribe. Trust me, you will want to hear how I handled what came next. Adam and I met 12 years ago at a charity auction benefiting children with cancer. I was volunteering, helping organize the event while he was the one being auctioned off as the big prize for winning bidders. The MC, a famous comedian, hyped up Adam as a single, fun-loving guy who would do anything for charity. Little did I know he was already taken. At the time, Adam was in a long-distance relationship with someone who I later found out was my sister. When his number was called, he looked in the audience, locked eyes with me, and walked towards me. "Do you have a date for the dance?" he asked. I said no. He smiled and asked if I would be his for the night. I laughed and said yes. As the evening progressed, we talked about our lives, both growing up with 3 older brothers and how neither of us had any luck in love. By the end of the night, I had forgotten all about the fact that he was supposedly taken. We exchanged numbers and went on our first date 2 weeks later. Within 8 months, Adam proposed. Although his parents weren't thrilled that he was getting married so quickly, they eventually came around when they met me. They also got to meet my parents, who were overjoyed to have a new member join the family. My sister was even there at the wedding, looking stunning in her bridesmaid dress. Adam's best man speech ended up being the most memorable part of the reception. During it, he revealed that he and Adam had been more than just friends since high school and thanked Adam for being a great friend and brother. Now, husband and wife, Adam and I decided to adopt a dog, a chocolate lab we named Charlie. We moved into a home in the suburbs and started planning our future together. One day, Adam sat me down and told me that he had something important to tell me. "I need to be honest with you," he began. "I have a son." Confused, I asked if he was talking about his best friend's son, who he often joked was his own. "No," he said, reaching for my hand. "I have a son from a relationship before you." He explained that he had dated my sister before, but that they had broken up before he met me. I couldn't help but laugh. "Wait, so you slept with my sister and now you have a kid with her? Are you serious?" Adam nodded, embarrassed. "She didn't tell me that she was seeing anyone else." I stopped laughing and stared at him. "Are you telling me that you cheated on me?" "I never cheated on you," he replied. "We were on a break." I shook my head, hurt and angry. "How could you do this to me? To us?" He tried to speak, but I cut him off. "Don't bother explaining. I don't ever want to hear your side of the story. I am done." I stormed out, not wanting to look back. I moved out a week later. Adam begged me to reconsider, saying that he would do anything to get back together, but I refused. I was determined to move on with my life without him. 6 months later, a mutual friend invited me to a barbecue. I was hesitant to go, but I decided to face my fears and go for it. As I entered the backyard, I spotted Adam. He looked different, thinner, with a beard. But it was the sadness in his eyes that made me stop in my tracks. He walked towards me, his eyes pleading. "Bridget, we need to talk." I shook my head. "There's nothing left to say." "But," he began, reaching for my arm. I swatted his hand away. "Don't touch me. Let me explain," he whispered. "I haven't been the same without you." "I know what I did was wrong, but wrong." I interrupted. "You think that's wrong? How could you cheat on me with my own sister? Do you know how much that hurt me?" He lowered his head. "I know, but don't but me," I snapped. "I am done." Don't ever contact me again." With that, I turned and walked away, leaving Adam standing there with his tail between his legs. I heard him call out my name, but I kept walking until I reached my car. Once inside, I rolled up the windows and locked the doors. Then I drove home. To be continued. Next week, I will reveal exactly what happened when my sister showed up with her son to my house with the will. See you then.